the interstellar embassy on station, had processed thousands of human exchange students over the past decade. The collective had deemed humanity ready for limited cultural integration, carefully monitored, of course. Most humans were predictable, nervous, eager to please, overwhelmed by the vastness of galactic civilization. Then they met Alex. Elsa Chen, the station's human liaison officer, stood in the docking bay with her tablet reviewing the incoming student's file. Australian, 22 years old, marine biology major, nothing unusual. She'd handled dozens of these orientations. The airlock hissed open, and a lanky young man with sun-bleached hair stumbled through, dragging a battered duffel bag. He wore shorts, despite the station's perpetual 15 degrees C climate control, and a faded shirt that read, "No worries." "G'day," Alex grinned, extending his hand. "You must be Elsa. Bloody hell, this place is massive." Elsa shook his hand, nodding the crushing grip. "Welcome to Kepler 442. I'm sure you'll find." "Is that a Vrexian?" Alex interrupted, pointing at a 8-limbed ambassador gliding past. "Mate, I've read about you lot. You're the ones who breathe methane, yeah." The Vrexian's translator clicked with offense. "We respire methane-based compounds in our native." "Sick, so like, if I lit a match near you, would you just whoosh?" Alex made an explosion gesture. Elsa grabbed Alex's arm. "Please don't threaten to ignite the ambassadors on your first day." "Threaten? Nah, just curious." Alex flashed another grin at the rapidly retreating Vrexian. This was going to be a long assignment. By day 3, Alex had already earned a reputation. The collective's carefully structured cultural exchange program hadn't accounted for someone who treated every cosmic horror with cheerful indifference. In the xenobiology lab, Alex stood before a containment field holding a Krylothian battle form, a creature that had evolved to survive in the crushing depths of a super-Earth, all chitinous armor and razor-sharp appendages. The supervising scientist, a cautious being named Trelvax, was explaining safety protocols. "This specimen is highly dangerous," Trelvax's translator hummed. "Even through the containment field, it has been known to cause psychological distress in observers. The predatory instinct is so refined that—" "Oi, check it out," Alex tapped the containment field. "It's like a mantis shrimp on steroids. We've got those back home, tiny little blokes that can punch through glass. Is this fella the same?" The Krylothian battle form, which had been sizing up Trelvax's prey, suddenly reoriented toward Alex. It charged the containment field, all 10 legs scrambling, mandibles clicking. Alex didn't flinch. "Yeah, you're a feisty one, aren't ya?" He pulled out his phone, somehow still functional despite being light years from Earth, and snapped a selfie with the enraged creature. "The boys back home are gonna love this." Trelvax's skin shifted through several colors indicating extreme distress. How are you not frightened?" Alex shrugged. "Mate, I grew up in Australia. We've got spiders the size of dinner plates, snakes that can kill you in minutes, jellyfish that make you wish you were dead, and drop bears. This bloke's scary, sure, but he's locked up in it." "Drop bears," Trelvax's translator struggled with the term. "Don't worry about it," Alex winked. The real trouble started in the diplomatic dining hall. The Zephrani conclave, an insectoid species known for their rigid hierarchies and formal protocols, were hosting a crucial trade negotiation. Elsa was there to observe, keeping human presence minimal and unobtrusive. Then Alex walked in. "Sorry I'm late," he announced, carrying a suspicious container. "Had to finish something in the lab." Elsa felt her blood pressure spike. "Alex, you're not supposed to be." "The conclave invited me." He plopped down at the negotiating table between the Zephrani matriarch and a collective trade minister. "They wanted to learn about Earth cuisine, right?" The matriarch's antennae twitched with irritation. "We extended a diplomatic courtesy we did not expect." No worries," Alex opened his container, releasing a pungent smell that made half the table recoil. "I made Vegemite sandwiches. Figured you'd want to try something authentic." The trade minister's translator crackled. "What is that odor?" "That's the Vegemite, mate. It's yeast extract fermented like proper fermented. Smells like home to me." The matriarch examined the dark brown substance with her compound eyes. "You consume fermented fungal byproducts voluntarily." "To right here, have a go." Alex offered her a sandwich. What happened next would be debated in xenoanthropology circles for years. The matriarch, bound by diplomatic protocol, took a small bite. Her antennae went rigid. Her mandibles clicked rapidly. Every Zephrani at the table simultaneously stood, their threat displays fully extended. Then the matriarch began to laugh, a chittering, clicking sound that Elsa had never heard from the species before. "This is horrible," the matriarch declared. "Absolutely revolting." "Yeah, it's an acquired taste," Alex agreed cheerfully. "I respect this." The matriarch's translator conveyed something between admiration and disbelief. "A species that willingly consumes something this offensive must be truly formidable. Your courage is noted, human Alex." The Zephrani delegation performed what their culture considered a gesture of profound respect, lowering their thoraxes in unison. The trade minister looked baffled. Elsa buried her face in her hands. By the end of the month, Station had been fundamentally altered. Alex had taught the Vrexians to surf in the zero-gravity recreation sphere, using methane clouds as waves, convinced the Krylothian battle form that he was a suitable sparring partner, through the containment field, thankfully, and started a betting pool on which Earth animal could defeat which alien creature. The collective's High Council called an emergency session. "The human exchange program must be reconsidered," one counselor declared. "This, Alex, has shown a complete disregard for appropriate fear responses." "He arm-wrestled a combat android," another added, "and won somehow." Elsa stood before the council in Alex's defense. "Counselors, I understand your concerns, but Alex has actually achieved something remarkable. He's broken down barriers between species that have existed for centuries. The Zephrani increased their trade agreement by 30% because they respect his warrior spirit. The Vrexians are requesting more human exchange students specifically. Even Trelvax has started studying Earth predators with fascination instead of horror." The head counselor's translator sighed, a distinctly human-like sound. "Perhaps we underestimated humans. We assumed they would be intimidated by the galaxy. We did not consider that some of them might find it disappointingly tame." "Not all humans are like Alex," Elsa assured them. "Australians are special." Behind her, Alex burst into the council chambers, dripping wet and grinning. "Oi, you've got to see this. I taught the Aquarian ambassador how to do a shui." The council stared in collective horror and fascination. "What?" the head counselor asked slowly. "Is a shui?" Elsa closed her eyes. "You really don't want to know." The collective learned an important lesson that day. Humanity wasn't just ready for the stars. In some cases, the stars needed to be ready for humanity.